Hey guys, this is Cursor from Heptagram, and I'm going to cover the second part of crafting here. The previous video disconnected midway. So I'm going to cover alchemy, right? So this is the alchemy station. When you go to it and click, there are two ways that you can follow to level your alchemy. Unlike other MMOs, you don't just get a menu of potions or flasks, and you just click on it and craft it if you have the mats. Over here, you kind of have to discover what you're gonna craft yourself. So, let's say you wanna craft. First of all, you add the solvent. So this is the low level solvent, um, and then this will craft a low level recipe. Make a level 3 potion, and then you're gonna add regions. So the regions are, as you can see, this is the region list. Now, if you look at each region, you'll find like four sort of like features to it. So this one has increased armor, this and that and that. Those are unknown. That means there are three other attributes or stats that you can make potions with using Beetle Scuttle. So let's say you wanna craft an increased armor potion. So I'm gonna add this one, and then let's see if I have something else that increases armor. Imp stool, increase armor. If I add this one as well, look at that. The potion is sip of armor. So you can add other, you can mix and match other masks. Like for instance, if we remove this, I add. If you add this one, for it says inert potion. These regions will not react. That means I can craft now, but I won't craft anything. So I can't combine these two. What about this one? Same thing. What about this one? Sip of cowardice. So if I actually click this one will have cowardice with it as well. Cowardice, whatever. And then this one, sip of health, and so forth. Like you can mix and match different ones to learn the unknown ones. So this is one way. There are many, many, many herbs and masks that you can use. The second way is to just use an add-on called Potion Maker. Let's remove these. So with Potion Maker, you just go here and you click, all right, so what do I want to create? I want to craft something that restores health. So I'm going to click here. What solvent do you want? I want natural water. I want to craft a low level one. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to click search. And then all of these combinations are going to give you a sip of health. So if I add this, oh yeah, sorry, this says sip of cowardice. If I click this, sip of health, this sip of health, this sip of health, all of them. So these are two ways. If you don't like Potion Maker, you can just, like discover stuff. If you like Potion Maker, or you just want to get your stuff done, then you just click, 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 and search. So yeah, so that's alchemy. It's pretty cool. I really like this system. I haven't really done a lot with it yet, but it looks really cool. Rune crafting, or enchanting rather. You go to the enchanting table over here, and basically when you craft, you need 3 stones. The aspect stone is like the foundation of the enchant that you want to create. So let's add Ta. Ta is the low level one. As you can see, it says in green, requires aspect improvement 1. And then the essence, like what do you want it to do? Do you want it to have stamina? Then Deni. Do you want it to have magicka? Then Mako. Do you want it to have health? Then Oko. So let's have Oko, for instance. I want to have an armor enchant that gives me uh, an armor enchant, like an enchant for my gear that gives me health. And then the last one is the potency. How potent do you want it to be? Like what number do you want on it? How much health do you want to add? So let's say I'm gonna add Jera. Jera is increase. So as you can see, maximum health enchantment adds up to 104 maximum health. This one would be trifling. This is the smaller one, and so forth. So that's rune crafting. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and with rune crafting you can deconstruct runes as well. Runes are you will find them. This is similar to herbs and ores and stuff. You'll find runes on the ground as you level and as you quest and all of those things. You just gather them, and once you gather them, you can use them to craft. These are the runes. These are the runes you gather, and you craft glyphs. So if you find glyphs, like if you kill a boss and you find glyphs, like glyph dropping from him, like this one, you can just add it here and then extract. Extract is exactly the same as deconstruct. So when I extract, my enchanting will go up, and potentially I will get runes or material out of the extraction as well. And last but not least is the jewel crafting. I'm not sure if I've explained this already, but it's the same thing. There's deconstruction for necks and rings, and research. These are the three ones that you can research: arcane, healthy, and robust. They have different. Robust gives you stamina, health, and magicka, and those the rest of them, I believe you get them through other. There are other ways to get the rest. Um, I'm not really familiar with those, so, but like it doesn't really matter. A lot of people actually ditch jewel crafting and just stick with the ones that you can get from dungeons. So this covers the majority of crafting. The last thing I want to mention with in regards to crafting is there's no transmog in this game. There are other ways to look different. So for instance, if you go to collections, your collections tab up here, you'll find appearance, and then you got hats. So you can have different hats, have different helms. Obviously, I don't have a lot of stuff. I'm fairly new to the game, so I don't have a lot of stuff unlocked already. Um, Facial hair, costumes. So this is the costumes. You look, it makes you wear different things. Like again, I don't have a lot of stuff unlocked. I like this one. I actually just got this one. I really like it. And remember one thing, you can dye all of these things as well. Let me see if I have dyes on me, actually. I don't. Hmm. Okay. Moon? I'm pretty sure I had one. Oh yeah, there you go. Darkening. This is a dye, darkening the moon. If you preview dye stamp, you actually have to be wearing a costume. So when I click it, this is what it look like if I apply it. If I apply this one in particular, but you can go to an outfit in station and dye your gear um, separately. You got primary, secondary, tertiary. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't tried it myself, but yeah, that's the gist of it. Okay, the other way to look different is oh yeah, there's something else as well. There's skins. This is one I got from an achievement. Makes me frosty. There are many ones that you can unlock. These are not the only ones. Those are the ones that are showing here, but there are many ones that you can get through achievements and quests, and there are so many things that you can get from different things in the game. So much content. The last thing is the motifs. What's a motif? Let me get my banker out here. Actually, do I have any on me? Yeah, I do. So this is an example of it. This recipe: crafting motif 31, skin changer shoulders. When you will find it, you'll find it dropping from bosses or from quests or from satchels and so forth. And you can learn it. Like this one, if you look at it, it'll say known by cursive, so I can't learn this one anymore. But if I haven't learned it, if I click on it and I use it, I can learn it. And once I learn it, that means I can craft. When I craft shoulders, I can craft them with the style that is called skin changer. So let's say I want to craft an item. And again, I'm going to repeat something that I mentioned earlier is that a lot of the crafting gear are actually best in slot. So when you craft something and you give it the style as well that you like, that makes a giant plus. You can go check out ESO Fashion is the website. I'm not sure what the URL is exactly. Just Google ESO Fashion, and that website will show you all the motifs in the game. It's pretty cool. Um, so yeah, so let's say I want to craft. So let's say I want to craft a bow. Um, this is the material I'm going to use for it, level 1. This is for level 16, level 26. I'm going to craft level 1. And then this style. The style, the first ones here, these are the racial ones. They're pretty cheap. You find them in crates and barrels and desks and stuff. And then you will start getting the ones that you use for the good motifs. Gold scale, wolf Spain, skin changer. There you go. So this is for the skin changer style. If you look here carefully, you'll find the look of the bow changing as I skip through these. So I just picked this one for the skin changer because I want a skin changer set. And then you obviously don't forget to pick the trait. If you're max level and you're making an item, remember to pick a trait for it. And make sure you pick a good one as well. You can Google them, you can search for it through other websites, Alcast and Deltias and so forth, and see what they recommend, and then pick what trait you want. Anyhow, and then you click craft, and you get an item that looks the way you want. So this is an example. I crafted it earlier. Um, this one. This one, if you look at it up there on the top left, it'll say Flame Staff, two-handed skin changer. I crafted it just to show you guys. This is a skin changer. This is what it looks like. This is the skin changer staff. There are so many motifs in the game. That's one of the beautiful things in the game, is that you can go look at people, follow someone, and everyone looks different. Everyone just looks different. Look at these orbs. Don't they look cool? So yeah, I'm gonna equip this one again. So yeah, that's motifs. I'm a big fan of collecting motifs, even though it's not like transmog, like you can't keep changing them every day. But when you craft an item and you want like a set and you want it to look cool, I mean, come on. I'm gonna show you an example as well of some of the motifs. The ones up on the store right now are not exactly awesome, but it'll show you. There you go, motifs. You can buy these for crowns. Um, all the ones I have I just found. This is the Frostcaster, the Bloodforge, and then you can click here to see what they look like with medium gear, with heavy gear, and so forth. Remember, when you look at any of these items, you can change the color on it. You can dye it when you craft it. So don't look at it and say, oh, this looks lame. I mean, imagine this one with like red and black dye or something. So some of these actually look really cool. Um, there's this one. I was actually interested in this one, and then I realized that it doesn't. It looks very very weird, so I decided not to bother. Um, but yeah, this is the general idea of what a motif is. Like I said, the ones up here right now, they're not really that impressive. I mean, look at that. Look at that shield. Hang on. Look at that, like set input in like all together. It looks awesome if you change the colors on it a little bit. So yeah, so when you get a motif, you can keep it. You can check how much it sells for in the auction house and just sell it. I will get to the auction house part and explain how you actually sell stuff on auction house. There's no one unified auction house in this game. You actually have to join trading guilds to post your stuff, or you buy stuff from other guilds, trading guilds. I will explain that in a later video. But yeah, thank you for watching. This was the end of Crafting 2. If you have any questions, please remember that you can drop me a line and we can discuss it, or I can explain it via messages. Goodbye. Bye-bye.